Welcome to the ongoing story of the Bible, Season 1, The Heart of the Story. God creates the universe and gives human beings the role of managing his creation. But God's created beings rival him and each other, and they create injustice and death. Some have even joined forces with supernatural beings and reproduced to create Nephilim, hybrid superhuman giants. The Nephilim are even more wicked than the human beings. God has said that he will destroy the people on the earth because of their wickedness. God has used his prophet, Enoch, the seventh generation from Adam. Enoch has even put God's plan within his son's name, his son Methuselah, meaning his death will bring. So the people know that when Methuselah dies, God's plan will take place. Now God gives a 120-year warning that if human beings do not change their ways, destruction will come on the earth. And aged 365, God takes Enoch, and Enoch is the first person to supernaturally escape death. Episode 6, A Righteous Man. The time is now around 2400 BC, 10 generations from creation, and the people on the earth are wicked. Their hearts are corrupt and violent. Until now, nobody has ever experienced rain because the earth is watered from beneath. Enoch has a great-grandson, and he is said to be a righteous man in his generation. God's plan for a new beginning requires one man's obedience and cooperation. This one man, Noah, meaning rest and comfort, has 3 sons who each have a wife. God is going to use water in new ways to cause global devastation. So he gives Noah plans to build an ark, a huge rescue boat, and God makes a covenant, an unbreakable promise with Noah and his family that he will protect them. To create the rescue boat, Noah follows plans given by God. He sources, cuts, and gathers a special gopher wood and then builds with it. Noah sources and harvests and gathers food and then stores it for the journey. God sends male and female breeding pairs of every kind of animal to Noah and 7 breeding pairs of richly clean, sacrificial animals. And now Methuselah, Noah's grandfather, dies, aged 969. God's allotted time for change has come. The ark is both a gigantic visible warning sign and a rescue plan. It is about the size of 36 tennis courts and the height of a 3-story building. It's covered with a waterproof pitch, a skin inside and out. It has 3 decks and many rooms, an opening for daylight, a door in the side, a window at the top, and a covering. It's now approaching Noah's 600th birthday. It's the 2nd month of the original Hebrew year, autumn. Now God gives a final 7-day warning, and God says it's time to board the ark. In 7 days, the rain will come. Noah's family and all the animals that God has sent board the ark, 2 by 2. They wait inside alone. After all that God says, no one else on earth has chosen to join them. And after 7 days, as God has said, the rain comes. God's allotted time for change has come, and with the animals and Noah and his family safely aboard the ark, God closes the door behind them, blocking the entrance, the way, and then it starts to rain. God causes water in the sky and the water beneath the earth's surface to create a flood. It rains for 40 days and 40 nights. The entire earth is submerged, and after 150 days, the water stops. The water covers the mountain tops. There is destruction, chaos everywhere, and the ark, the rescue vessel, floats over the surface of the water alone. Around 1700 years have passed since creation. Will God's rescue plan work? You can read the story in the book of Genesis, meaning beginnings, chapters 6 to 9. The Bible library is a bit like viewing the world from space and then zooming in to a specific location. You can find connections and references across the books. The first Bible story sets the stage, characters, conflict, themes, and motives. If you miss the setups, then you'll miss the payoffs. Remember these elements and you'll be able to identify them in other Bible stories. You'll spot patterns when characters face similar conflicts or display the same motives. Once you start to recognize images and character types, then you can look for payoffs and the ultimate resolution. The Bible story is played across time. God's character and people's characters are revealed as the story unfolds. Various chronologies have been calculated and attributed to its texts over the years. Many of the dates have been referenced with historical texts. Our current year, for example, if chosen by the Hebrew calendar, demonstrates the suggested year from creation. For the purpose of this series, various calendars have been used, in particular the timeline created by 17th century Archbishop Ussher and others as a guideline, as a framework, a chronological backbone. When taken as history, the Bible story and its prophetic conclusion, which is yet to come in the book of Revelation, is played over a period of between 6,000 and 7,000 years. And the Bible says that to God a day is as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years are like a day. It is recorded in the book of Genesis that Adam dies aged 930 years old. In God's terms, Adam has died within the 1,000-year period. In other words, within one day. Listen in for the next installment of the ongoing Bible story. These podcasts, called Full Circle, are based on the author's best knowledge at the time of production. They have been created from the Bible texts, commentaries, and historical studies. The Bible is God's living word, and its story and learning is unfolding and ongoing. Thanks to Bible translators, some of whom gave their lives to give us its words, you can delve into its pages and start your own journey of discovery today.